Good morning, dear students. I am Jamila Ismailovna, again with you. Today, this is our second lecture. We will talk about semasiology. Semasiology is a branch of lexicology. What is semasiology? Semasiology is a branch of lexicology which deals with the study of meaning. It comes from the Greek words. The first word is semasia, that means significance or meaning. Another word is indicate or signify. In one word, we may say semasiology is a subject which learns the meaning of a word, which identifies the meaning of a word. Sometimes the term semantics is used synonymously, but most often the latter stands for the meaning of one particular word in all its varieties. But most often the latter stands for the meaning of one particular word in all its varied aspects and nuances. For example, the semantics of a word, the meaning of a word. This is the variant of the meaning of a word. So when we speak about semasiology in general, we usually refer to the study of word meaning proper, since words play a crucial, extremely significant or important part in the structure of language. At the same time, semasiology has for its subject morphology. At the same time, semasiology, the subject matter of semasiology is morphology and syntax. In other words, semasiology deals with the exploration of the semantics, sentences of in other words, semasiology deals with the exploration of semantics with such elements as suffixes and prefixes. As you know from our previous lecture, the function of a word as a unit of communication is possible by its possessing a meaning. Because each word denotes, each word has its own meaning. Among the world's various characteristics, meaning is the most important aspect of semasiology. There are different points of view about the meaning of a word. One of them told by Auden and Richards. They defined about 20 definitions of meaning. One of it is the meaning of meaning, because each word has its own meaning, as we told. But meanings differ from each other. Meaning of a linguistic unit or linguistic meaning is studied by semantics. Semantics, the word semantics originated also from Greek word semantikos, which means significant. This linguistic study was pointed out in 1897 by well-known linguist Mr. Briel. Semasiology is a synonym for semantics. It is also originated from the Greek language, which means semantia, meaning, logos, learning, learning the meaning of a word. There are different approaches to the study of word meaning in English lexicology. The first is ideational or conceptual meaning, referential, and functional approaches to the study of word meaning. Ideational or conceptual theory can be considered the earliest theory of meaning. It states that meaning originates in the mind in the form of ideas, and words are just symbols of ideas. Thus, meaning it is a concept with specific structure. For example, the word finger, one of 10 movable parts of joints at the end of each human hand, or one of 8 such parts as opposed to the thumbs. Fingers, fingers. In Uzbek language or in Russian language, it is palates. In Uzbek language, barmoqlar. Har bir qo'lni oxirida joylashgan yoki oyoqlarni oxirida joylashgan barmoqlar. So another theory is referential theory. It is based on interdependence of things, their concepts and names. The complex relationship between referential object denoted by the word, concept, and word are traditionally represented by the following triangle. So the first is symbol or the word, thought, it is as a concept, and referent, it is an object. This is a semantic triangle which is studied in the lexicology or the part semasiology in the English language. For example, an animal with 4 legs and a tail, it can bark and bite. It is a dog. So, symbol and word, the symbol and word, it is a dog. From the point of view of thought and concept, this is a thought and concept. And from the point of referent and object, for example, dogs are friends of human being. Or we may say, people love human being. An animal with 4 legs, a tail, and can bite and bite. In this case, for example, meaning and concept, different words having different meanings may be used to express the same concept. That is, different words we may use to express one concept. In order to express one concept, we may use different, we may say more than one words. For example, the concept of dying, for example, to die, we may say pass away, to kick the bucket, join the majority, etc. Demak, o'lmoq fe'li bor, o'lmoq fe'lini biz bir necha turlarda aytamiz. Demak, so'zni dag'alligini yo'qotish maqsadida bo'lishi mumkin yoki shu so'zni eshituvchiga qattiq ta'sir qilmasligi uchun, uning ma'nosini yumshatish uchun turlicha so'z va so'z iboralarni ishlatishimiz mumkin. Masalan, u o'ldi deyishni o'rniga u rihlat qildi, u rahmatli bo'ldi, u bu dunyodan o'tdi degan bir necha iboralarni o'zbek tilida ham ishlatishimiz mumkin. Xuddi ko'rib turganingizdek, bu ingliz tilida ham bir necha formalarda ifodalanadi. Ya'ni bu bitta konsept, bitta ma'noni, ya'ni o'lmoq ma'nosini bildiradi. Meaning and symbol in different languages. For example, a word with the same meaning have different sound forms. Demak, bitta so'z bir xil ma'noni ifodalovchi bitta so'z har xil formada bo'lishi mumkin va har xil talaffuz qilishi mumkin. Ingliz tilida dog, rus tilida собака, o'zbek tilida it. Demak, 3 xil talaffuzdagi so'z bitta ma'noni beryapti. Yoki another example, words with the same sound forms have different meaning. For example, look, look piyoz ma'nosini beradi. Look qaramoq, ya'ni fe'l. Birinchisi bu ot, ikkinchisi esa fe'l. Bu rus tilida, look fe'l, bu ingliz tilida. Demak, ko'ryapsizki, bir xil tovushga, bitta talaffuzga, bir xil talaffuzga ega bo'lgan so'zlar esa turli xil ma'no berishi mumkin. Meaning and referent. Bu uchinchi triangle dedik, uchburchaklik, shuning uchinchisi. To denote one and the same object, we can give it meaning with different. To denote one and the same object, we can give it different names. This is the meaning and combination with referent. For example, a horse. In various contexts, horse, ot, animal, hayvon, creature, demak biror bir jonzot, it, ya'ni uchinchi shaxs birlikda beradigan bo'lsak, it, ya'ni u deb horse so'zini ifodalash, ot so'zini ifodalashimiz mumkin. So, what is the word meaning? Word meaning, it is the interrelation of all three components of the semantic triangle that we have considered in our previous slides, that are symbol, concept, and referent, though meaning is not equivalent to any of them. So, the meaning of a word is its use in language. So, we use it in our language. We form sentences with the help of words, and we express our ideas and our thoughts. For example, cloud and cloudy. These words have different meanings because in speech they function differently and occupy different positions in relation to other words. Cloud, bulut, cloudy, bulutli ob-havo masalan. The meaning, a component of the word through which a concept is communicated. Demak, ma'no nima ekan bu? So'zning bo'lagi, ya'ni komponenti bo'lib, u orqali biz o'z muloqotimizning ma'nosini shakllantiramiz. Ya'ni so'zlar orqali shakllantiramiz. There are two types of word meaning. According to the conception of word meaning as a specific structure. The first is functional meaning. It deals with parts of speech meaning. For example, nouns usually denote things, adjectives, qualities, and states. Demak, funksional ma'nosi, ya'ni biror bir vazifani bajarishdan kelib chiqqan ma'nosi. Bu nimani bildirar ekan? Predmetni, narsani bildiradi. Chunki u ot rolida kelyapti. Adjectives, ya'ni sifat rolida kelsa, u sifatni, holatni bildiradi. Bu funksional, ya'ni bajaradigan vazifasidan kelib chiqqan ma'nosi. Grammatical meaning found in identical sets of individual forms of different words. For example, she goes, she works, she reads, etc. Demak, grammatik ma'nosini olib ko'radigan bo'lsak, u forma, ya'ni uning bajaradigan funksiyasiga ko'ra, uning formalari bu yerda ko'p asosiy o'rinni egallaydi. Ya'ni bu yerda masalan she uchinchi shaxs birlik, u boradi, u ishlaydi, u o'qiydi. Demak, bu yerda grammatik ma'nosi uchinchi shaxs. Agar biz bu yerda they yo bo'lmasa I, we olmoshini qo'yadigan bo'lsak, bu yerdagi grammatik hodisa bu holatda bo'lmaydi. Ya'ni uchinchi shaxs birlik s yoki es qo'shimchasi qo'shilmaydi. Demak, baribir bu ega bilan bog'liq ravishda ma'no, grammatik ma'no kelib chiqadi. Eng kattasi bu lexical ma'no. It is the best, the main meaning is lexical meaning, the components of meaning proper to the word as a linguistic unit. Lexical meaning is highly individual and recurs in all the forms of a word. For example, meaning of the word to work, ishlamoq, to engage in physical or mental activity. Demak, ishlamoq bu biror bir jismoniy yoki aqliy hodisa bilan bog'liq bo'lmoq. Agar siz uy ishlarini qilsangiz yoki bog'da bog' ishlarini ag'darib ishlarini qiladigan bo'lsangiz, demak bu fizik jihatdan ish qilganingiz. Mental bo'ladigan bo'lsa, siz biror bir kitob o'qishingiz yoki biror bir hodisani analiz qilishingiz bu aqliy mehnat hisoblanadi. That is expressed in all its forms. Demak, bu ham turli formalarda ifodalanishi mumkin. Shu work, ishlamoq so'zi ham turli formalarda ishlatilishi mumkin. Demak, works, work, worked, working, will work. Demak, bu uchala functional, grammatical, lexical, bu uchala ma'no ham bir-biri bilan bog'liq ravishda o'rganiladi. Demak, bu uchala ma'no ham functional, grammatical, lexical, bu uchala ma'no ham bir-biri bilan bog'liq hisoblanadi. Ular bir-biridan ajralmas holda so'zning ma'nosini, ya'ni gapda ko'proq uning ma'nosini ochib berishga xizmat qiladi. Lexical meaning. There are two types of lexical meaning, denotational meaning and connotational meaning. That we will talk about that. In one word, we may not separate one meaning from another. So that's all for today about semasiology and meaning of a word. We will continue our lecture on meaning, word meanings as a specific structure that we learn in English lexicology. Thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye. And you may send your questions to the message box.